You out. And I'm out too.
Oh my God!
What's going on YouTube? It's Sensei, the place to be. Channel Mr. A&E, back with another Smackdown review. So look, I have not been doing a Raw, Smackdown, AEW reviews in a long time. It's been like a month or so. And the thing is, I've been debating on whether I should turn these reviews into shorts. I'm going to have a poll up on Monday that's going to ask you guys, what do you think I should turn these reviews into? Should I turn them into YouTube shorts, or should I keep going at the way I'm doing it with this form right now? But SmackDown to me was actually pretty dope because obviously because of the JEY USO stuff. So I said we're gonna do a review here, and we got Collision tonight, so I gotta do a review of Collision. And Dynamite was good, so I'm gonna bring that back, right? And I'm gonna talk about that, and then we're gonna really figure out what to do with these reviews. But in the meantime, this was SmackDown, so we had a load of show. We had, what would JEY USO do? We had the Gauntlet match for the tag teams. We had Bianca Belair and Charlotte Flair segment, which I thought was really good on the Grace of Wild effect. So we're gonna just get right up into that. So we're gonna do the long-winded thing because we start out with the Gauntlet match, the tag team Gauntlet match. Whoever gets the number one contenders, we'll get a shot at Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for the championships. Now, I already had a feeling of who was going to win, but then I figured the Marathon Man, because usually in the Gauntlet match, they have a Marathon person, and that was going to be the Brawling Brutes. So, it starts off, it's the Brawling Brutes, the OC, the LWO, Street Profits, and Hit Row. I didn't even know Hit Row was even part of this. Street Profits and the Brawling Brutes started out, so they had a cool little matchup. But Angel Dawkins gets hit with the Bro Kick, and then now Street Profits are out. So now the next one is the Brawling Brutes taking on the OC. So I was like, oh, OC and tag team match. Thank you, because I haven't seen OC in a while at all. So Anderson gets tagged in. He knocks down Ridge Holland off the ring apron, but Sheamus hits Anderson with a Bro Kick. Bam, OC is out. Then after that, it's the Brawling Brutes taking on LWO. LWO is in next, and they have a little match for the Wild though. But Holland picks up Cruz del Toro, slams him into the mat, and forgot what one of his slams it is, and they win. So now the Brawling Brutes have just knocked out 3 teams. Next up is Hit Row. Tom Dog gets in there, gets Bro Kicks a wrap, squash him out. So then now they got to 4. Now it's the Brawling Brutes taking on Pretty Deadly. So this is my pick to win the whole thing. Was Pretty Deadly. So they actually had a little bit of a competitive matchup. So Sheamus tries to go for the cover on was it Kip Wilson? I think it is. Yeah. But Elder Prince hits a leg drop on the Sheamus. And then they go for the a top rope leg drop, and then they go for Pretty Deadly win the matchup. So after the matchup, they're celebrating, but Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn comes out there, and they didn't expect them to win and everything like that. So they just start. I didn't get to see much of the promo. Owens said he don't fight listening to them. He fight going in the ring and hitting them, but then Pretty Deadly leaves the ring. And that says it's the number one contenders match. Where it's going to happen? Maybe Money in the Bank. I'm not necessarily sure. Roman Reigns is sitting in the back with Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa, and they haven't spoken with Jay, and then Heyman says he hasn't, but Roman's like, Jay gonna be next in line to be the tribal chief, and he says, but we're gonna figure out what's going on with Jay later on tonight. Io Sky taking on Selena Vega, and Bayley's out there with her. This matchup was okay, but the thing was, Io Sky is going for Bayley does to distract the referee, and from what Selena Vega's doing. But then what happened was Io Sky gets to roll through. It's a usual roll through thing, and now she's trying to pin, but Bayley's still trying to distract the referee, and then the referee's trying to get Bayley out the way, and then Io gets up off the pin, and then Selena Vega gives her a roll up, hits her with the 619, hits her with a quick roll up, and then wins the matchup that way. So Io is upset. Obviously, we're coming to the breakup, probably at Money in the Bank. When it comes to Io Sky and Bayley of Damage Control, ain't no point in keep doing it with just 2 members because Dakota Kai is going to be out all there. Grayson Waller effect with Charlotte Flair. So Grayson Waller comes out, Charlotte comes out, and he actually Charlotte's going to be the 15-time champion versus 15, 16, but since they're taking numbers, said she can take Asuka's number. You can woo when I say that, but Bianca Belair comes out, my boo-boo out there looking sharp and everything like that. And but she is coming out there and saying, Flair, you just came back and you went to rematch, and I try to do things the right way. Okay, I try to make sure everybody told me to do that. But Shawn was like, hold on now. I lost to Rhea also. I lost to Rhea at Mania, and aren't I do a rematch? But as Shawn says, she is the Lion. I am the championship, and she's not lying. Okay, she really isn't lying. And the line starts and ends with me. And I was a champion 14 times, and I'm a champion without the belt. Are you a champion without the belt? And Bianca was just like, hold on. I didn't go run away and hide for 3 months. I did it the right way. I lost. I'm trying to go get my title match. But you gotta say something. I am the longest reigning champion in this modern era. And I ain't have to do it 14 times. So put some respect on my name. Okay? And honestly, what Bianca should have added to was like, oh, you mean that SmackDown Championship, which is now the Women's World Championship? That's the one you should be rematching for. This is my championship. Because, so, what rematch are you even talking about? And she said, but it don't even matter, because when you and Asuka go in there for that championship matchup, I'm going to be right outside, and I'm going to go in the ring, and I'm going to challenge whoever wins that championship, and I'm going to take back my championship. Drops the mic and walks off. I thought it was an awesome segment. And like I said, they really want to build up to Bianca Belair versus Charlotte. Like I said, because Charlotte lost to Rhea. Rhea has that belt on Mondays. Charlotte got drafted to SmackDown. So technically, a rematch for Asuka's championship, which is Bianca's championship, she's not old. So, but it's the way that they got to put Bianca and Charlotte, on a collision course for SummerSlam. It honestly should be a triple threat match, in my personal opinion. It might be. If Bianca's going to take things to her own hands, I can see him doing a triple threat matchup, but I don't know if they're going to hold that out for SummerSlam, or they will want to just do Bianca and Charlotte for SummerSlam. I'm not necessarily, I don't know, but it's going to be one of the big marquee matches. You can tell that they're building that up to that, going up for SummerSlam. Jey Uso's in the back with Paul Heyman, and he tells Jey he is sorry. He told him the truth last week. He's sorry that he was right last week. He's sorry that Jimmy kicked him in the face last week, and he does. It was intentional. Jimmy doesn't miss. He has those accurate kicks. He meant to kick Roman at Night Champions, and he meant to kick you in the face last week. And he said, you don't deserve that. And Jey says, I'm sorry too, because if I'm in, you still out. And he walks in, so walks away. AJ Styles and Mia Yim taking on Karrion Kross and Scarlett in a mixed tag team matchup. Kross, Misha gets sent out by Scarlett, and they kind of fight on the outside. AJ hits a Styles clash on Karrion Kross, and he's going for the pin. Scarlett grabs him by the hair, starts flirting with him. AJ takes off his glove and says, I'm married, bitch. Okay, I was like, oh, AJ, I never thought he would say that. And then Michin comes out, Karrion Kross puts him, Michin grabs Scarlett and takes her out the ring, and he do a double face plant. And then Kross goes for the cross jacket. AJ kind of gets out, but crosses with the forearm and hits like this pump handle slam, or pump handle, that whatever move that it goes for AJ. It's like a pump handle, but instead of a slam, he turns down face first, and they win the matchup that way. Kind of low cheap victory, but that's what it was. We got some backstage segments. Kayla Braxton also talking to Cameron Grimes. I didn't really, watch the backstage segment. Like I said, this stuff, SmackDown was on in the background also, because I don't usually do the reviews of these shows, but I had to talk about this one. And Rey Mysterio's music comes on, and then he comes out and praises the LWO, praises Santos going in there winning Money in the Bank. Santos comes out and says, I'm doing this for you. Say I got respect for you. But then out comes LA Knight. Yeah, okay. LA Knight comes down, and he about to shake Mysterio's head and pushes him down. And then him and Santos get in the fight, and then they brawl in commercial break because they get ready for a one-on-one matchup. Anyway, so we got LA Knight taking on Santos Escobar. The match was, like I said, already. It really didn't have enough time to really get going. Escobar, is thrown to the ropes, and he jumps on LA Knight's shoulders. LA Knight like kind of rolls down on Escobar for the pin, but then Escobar rolls him over and wins the match that way. So LA Knight hits Escobar from behind, stops Escobar. Ray runs out to the ring before LA Knight can escape. Yeah. So now it's time for the main event segment. Roman and Paul Heyman and Solo are coming out. Here's my question. Maybe y'all can help me understand. Because sometimes I truly am not understanding this. Okay, I'll be honest. I truly not understanding this. Why does Roman still have 3 belts? What if the point of was to combine the WWE Championship and the Universal Championship to make one championship, the one that Roman's wearing the mustard belt, whatever the case you want to call it? Why is Paul Heyman still carrying them 2 belts? He could just carry the one. And I'm like, because this shit is getting overkill. And people say, Roman 3 belts. I'm like, them 3 belts don't even exist anymore. Y'all combine the belts. And I'm like, y'all just putting more salt in the wound than saying that the shit on Raw don't matter. That's insulting. Okay? It really is. I was like, get it now. It just looks dumb. It looks dumb. I'm sorry. Y'all may not agree with me. I'm just saying, but right now, I don't need him having the fucking 3 belts just for the illusion. Get rid of them other 2 belts. I don't even want to see the Universal Championship anymore. So, he comes down to the ring, Roman does his acknowledgement stuff. He brings Jey Uso down to the ring. Jey Uso comes out to the ring. And then, so he said, look, we'll make this simple, bro. Or simple, Uso. In or out. So, Jay's pacing the ring. And then he says, look, man, I said, my job was to get us here. Your job was to keep us here. Okay? You were next in line to be a tribal chief. It was very Triple H Evolution like, where it was just like, hey, I get us here, and y'all the future Orton and Batista, y'all is supposed to be one that's going to keep us here. But when I'm done. Type stuff like that. And he said, look, I was meant to get the promised land, but you're meant to keep us there, to keep them at the top of the mountain. And then Heyman said, we've been grooming you for 3 years. So that's why you the right hand man. You was main event Jey Uso, which also has happened, and you was meant to lead. And he said the problem is the wise man, but Jimmy comes down, and Jimmy's like, yo man, look, the problem isn't my brother. It is not, because he said the problem isn't the wise man. The problem is your brother. That's the problem. That's when Jimmy comes down and says, hey man, look, the problem isn't your brother. The problem is your cousin. Okay? Because Jimmy Uso had been telling Jay that Roman, like for those who have been following the storyline since 2020, that Roman was the problem. Okay? And he just fell in line because he fell in line. Because Jay had to fall in line. So that's just what it was. And he said, look, Roman was like, look, your whole life, he's been your twin, and all serious in it. But Jimmy had a problem with you being the right hand man. And Jay's looking like, what? He said, yeah. He said, I could put the mask on, but the reality is, when they named Jay the right hand man, the only one that had a problem with it was your brother. So then Jay looks over at Jimmy and is just like, yo, is this true? He's like, yo, yeah, it's true. He's like, so then Jay started really getting mad, and he said, that's all it's been. When I've been growing up, Mr. Prom King, or most likely to succeed. It's always been your older brother do this, be like older brother like that. He said, I've been trying to follow you my whole life. I think Jimmy's the oldest one. And he said, but the fact of the matter is, you got hurt and I stepped up. And I became right here, man. I became main event Jey Uso. It's because of you, it's because of him. So, you know what? You out. And so am I. And he gives Roman the super kick, and the crowd pop. The crowd pop. And Roman Solo just like they kicked me, and then Solo was looking like, oh my God, you turn him. So then Jimmy go kick Solo's coat, and they double kick Solo's coat outside the ring. And then Heyman gets out there, and the crowd's going in for the Usos. Roman is getting up, and he getting mad at both of them on his knees, like, you can't do this to me, whatever the case may be. And they give Roman a double super kick, and I was like, oh, I was actually in the seat cheering. I was like, oh man, we gotta talk about this. We got to talk about this. And I was like, that was a cool segment. So now Usos is out the Bloodline. The Bloodline's fault. The Bloodline 8 is left is just Solo and Roman and Heyman. That's it. The Bloodline is collapsing around them. So now I'm pretty sure at Money in the Bank is going to be the Usos taking on Roman and Solo Sikoa. So that was look. That was great. That was great. To the point it worthy me to come out here and talk about SmackDown in this kind of review. So I was like, okay, yeah. So SmackDown, even just for that segment alone, gets a thumbs up for me. But then the Bianca Belair and Charlotte stuff, the tag team gauntlet match, even though it kind of ran quick because it was only a 2-hour show, but still, SmackDown blew by tonight. So that's what it was. You can post in the comments down below how you guys like SmackDown. Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed my review of it. And let me know, when I put the poll up, how would you like to see these reviews going forward? Would you like to see them more as YouTube shorts, where I can, probably be more animated, try to break down my review in less than a minute? Or would you like to see these kind of reviews keep coming when it comes to, my wrestling subscribers out there? It depends on the kind of content you want to see. Because if you guys want to see it, then I will keep, doing my best to get them up to you guys. But if you guys want to see a new version of it to spice things up, I'm happy to do that as well. So make sure you guys participate in that poll. I'm going to have Collision this tonight, so I do plan on checking out Collision. I do plan on reviewing Collision as a separate review, not something that's part of the podcast. So make sure you guys check all that stuff out once again. So this is NC, the place to be. Chillin' Mr. A&D, and the Nerd Coalition is out.